I'm Gavin, and this is the Autoroo.
If you've been playing MLS Fantasy for a bit, you've probably heard the term Autoroo thrown around. In this video, I'll outline what exactly an Autoroo is and how it will help you get the highest score in MLS Fantasy. So what's an Autoroo? An Autoroo is an advanced MLS fantasy tactic that helps a fantasy manager get the most possible points from their player picks. Instead of just playing all your starters and hoping for the best, the Autoroo utilizes your MLS fantasy bench and scrubs or bye week players on the field to increase your chances of getting the highest score possible from your players. What helped me understand the Autoroo versus the Switcheroo most is that the Autoroo is more of a set and forget type strategy. For example, I'll use the Autoroo strategy when I'm out to watch a Union game and I'm not checking team lineups across the league. When I'm home and I can easily check lineups and update my fantasy team on the fly, I usually go with the Switcheroo. Anyway, let's get into the details of an Autoroo. To get started, some cheap scrub players. Scrub players are players that normally don't play a single minute during the MLS Fantasy Game Week. It's best to use players that are on a bye week, so it's guaranteed that they won't play. And the second thing you'll need for an Autoroo are some bench players who will play. Autoroos that I normally run, I'll have 3 good players on the bench and then 2 scrub players on the field. I'll either put 1 scrub defender and 1 scrub forward, or I'll have 2 scrub defenders. Depends on the matchups that week. Let's walk through exactly how you can set up an Autoroo. Let's use MLS Fantasy 2024 Round 2 as an example. To get started, we'll need to determine what scrubs we want to use. Atlanta is on bye this week, and Atlanta has 4 million defenders and forwards to choose from. You don't usually want to scrub a midfielder because midfielders are your big point earners in MLS Fantasy. And I'm not seeing many clean sheet opportunities this week, so I'm going to scrub 2 defenders. The scrub defenders I'll choose are Cobb from Atlanta at 4 million. Then I've also got McFadden from Atlanta at 4 million. Now that I've got my scrub players, I'll then set all of my starters on the field. Then I'll look at my bench. For my bench, these players I'm not as confident in as these players on the field. However, they are good players and they have a good chance of putting up some points. For this scenario, I'll put in Tommy from SKC as they are home and he had a decent score last week. I've got Arango from Real Salt Lake as they're home but facing a tough LAFC. And I'll put Anthony from Portland in as he put up a good score last week, but I'm not sure yet how consistent he is. Now that our team is set, we can sit back and watch the game week begin. Here's how the week would play out. So Cobb and McFadden won't play a single minute since they're on bye, and then they'll get a DNP below each of their names. Then, the best 2 out of my 3 players on the bench will automatically sub in. If you're still asking yourself how is this helpful, let me show you 2 different teams for this game week. Option A is not using an Autoroo, where option B is using an Autoroo. Let's count up how many players we'll use towards our highest score. So this will be option A, no Autoroo. I've got 11 players on the field, all of them play. My score is all of those scores added up. Now option B, where I'm using an Autoroo. I've got 9 players on the field that I'm expecting to play, and I've got 3 on the bench that I'm expecting to play. 2 on the field who shouldn't play a single minute. Quick maths, 9 plus 3 equals 12. I'll then be able to get the best score out of 12 players compared to the 11 players with option A. Yes, it's a small difference, but it helps you get the highest score possible and is a straightforward advanced MLS fantasy tactic, one of my favorites. So, I hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments if I've missed anything or if you have any questions. If you like this video, be sure to go watch my other advanced MLS fantasy tactic videos.